President Trump is threatening to invoke the Insurrection Act and deploy troops on American soil as judges move to block his effort to send the National Guard from red states into blue states against their will. Democratic leaders across the country are warning that America's headed for martial law. Trump has targeted Denver and Colorado with words, but has not moved to send red state troops here at this point. Democratic Attorney General Phil Weiser called Trump's actions unconstitutional and urged people to use their voices to protect democracy. Trump is falsely claiming that Portland, Oregon is war-ravaged. One of his own appointees on the federal bench just blocked his plan to call in out-of-state troops to crack down on protests outside an ICE facility in Portland. And today, leaders in Illinois sued to stop Trump from sending troops from Illinois and Texas into Chicago. Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker says Trump is trying to provoke a violent confrontation that would allow him to use the Insurrection Act to bring the military against American citizens. Colorado's Democratic majority at the state capitol passed a law this year trying to keep out-of-state National Guard troops from being sent here against Colorado's will. But the law does allow it if they're acting under federal orders, which has been the situation when Trump has sent or tried to send troops into Washington, D.C., Portland, and Chicago. Trump's stated reason for sending red state troops into blue states is to protect immigration agents who are facing increasing resistance to Trump's mass deportation campaign. The federal government wants to greatly increase the size of its deportation force and is running television ads frequently on this station and others, trying to recruit local law enforcement to do deportation duty for the feds. Our Marshall Zellinger takes a closer look.
Attention Denver law enforcement.
The federal government is actively recruiting officers who already have jobs. This commercial is for immigration and customs enforcement officers.
In sanctuary cities, you're ordered to stand down.
Let's talk about this real quick. Denver city policy and state law limits law enforcement cooperation with ICE, with limited exceptions like if a judge has signed a court order. Simply put, Denver police are not allowed to do ICE's job for ICE. As stated at the end of this ad, ICE is offering a bonus of up to $50,000. So how does that, plus the salary, compare to current law enforcement pay in Colorado? First, the bonus appears to be paid out over 3 years, not $50,000 up front. The salary listed for an ICE officer is between about $50,000 and $90,000 per year. When asked about the recruiting push by ICE, Denver Police Chief Ron Thomas told Axios Denver last month, quote, "I think that's a terrible job for terrible pay." A DPD recruit is guaranteed $71,000. 2 years later, they would make $82,000. In Aurora, a recruit makes about $68,000, and 2 years after that, they would make $83,000. Both Aurora and Denver pay more than $110,000 4 years after graduating the academy. So is the ICE bonus enticing officers to ditch local departments? We checked with Denver, Aurora, Boulder, Arapahoe County, and Douglas County. Only Boulder police tell us that one officer, during an exit interview, said they were leaving the police department for ICE.